Hey, okay, so I just got back from driving for like 2 hours in my Volvo, and it's hot today. I'm talking about like close to 100 degrees. And I wanted to show you here what I did to fix my 2004 Volvo XC90. And basically, this problem, it's an overheating issue from the CEM, which it's a little computer. It's called the SIM. It's a little computer that's right under the steering wheel down below, and it's just one access panel, like two screws. You take them out and then you have access to it. Now there are two different ways that you could fix this problem. I scoured the internet, looked at tons of forums, and then I began to find that a lot of people with the same year Volvo, and it's not just the XC90, it's some of those other models as well, because basically they all use the same exact SIM. And I think I don't remember exactly which years, but I think it's something like 2000 to 2004. Something around those years. The SIM in those is the same exact SIM. So they're all having the same issue generally, and it's an overheating issue. The SIM overheats. So there's two different ways. There's one really expensive way. You can send it out to this XE Modex place in Canada, and then they'll refurbish it, or I think they already have refurbished ones for like $600, and then you send yours so that they can program it, swap the programming over to the new one, and then they send you the new one back out, and then you have to install it, and then in the end it ends up costing because it's another $300 for the programming, so it's something around like $1,000 plus all the shipping and everything. So, and then that one has new heat sinks and la-di-da-di-da, or whatever it needs on there, so that it doesn't overheat anymore. So that's the issue. And here, let me show you. Now, I took the cheaper route, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to show you the cheaper route and how to fix it if you're having this issue with yours. Now, basically, you could call this like an electronic or like an electrical fault problem. Basically, it turns into an electrical problem because once the SIM, and I don't know exactly what the temperature is, but it all makes sense now, because generally it would start doing what it did, which is, the dash flickering up there, the electronics would flicker. Basically, once it would start to do whatever it was doing, overheating, all the electronics in the car would flicker, because it was causing the SIM not to be able to talk to the other parts. It's overheating, so it's not able to talk correctly or communicate correctly to the other components and the other electronics in the car. So then it starts creating this massive electrical issue. And I did notice that on days that it was hot, and generally once I was driving for maybe about 30 minutes to an hour, is generally when it would start doing it. And I guess it was even doing it in the winter, because I had the heat blasting. I remember last winter, and it was even doing it then, but generally I had the heat blasting in the car because it was cold out. So what I did, now let's get into this. I'm not trying to make this video really long here, but basically what I did to fix this is I put in a computer fan. Okay, I put in a computer fan, and like I said, you can look this up online. I read tons, believe me or not, you can look them up. This is the problem. I can almost guarantee you, if your Volvo is doing this, if it's having this kind of similar electronic, and you're driving down the road and it feels like it just suddenly loses power, and you see the dash and the electronics flick off and come back on, and even sometimes if it gets too hot, everything will just shut off. So it does kind of different things. It might not be exactly the same, but it's going to be a similar kind of a thing. And what it is if it's the SIM overheating. And if you can see these wires right here, okay, this is like I said, the XC90, so this might be a little different in some of the other models, but all of these wires right here are going up into the SIM. So once you get this panel right here off, you'll be able to see it. And Basically what I did was I put a computer fan, I put a 12 volt computer fan right back in there, and you can see the yellow fan blades right there. It's not, I don't have the car turned to ready right now, so it's not going. And it's just a 12 volt computer fan, and I made sure to get a silent one because, you know, some of them can be quite loud, but really you can't even hear the one that I installed here, and I'll even show you. I'm gonna have to move a little bit though to get the key in here. Try not to shake around too much for all the viewers. So, you know, the car's not started, but I just have the key in ready mode. Now you can see the fan is turning. You might be able to hear it. Probably not over the key, but you can see that it's spinning now, the yellow fan blades. And basically the wiring that was already on the fan was long enough to just reach right out here, and one wire went to a ground, and then I brought another wire up to a fuse that wasn't even being used. There was no fuse in there, and it actually was it had a live slot. So I just found one that worked when I turned the key to ready, because that's how I wanted it. I think I tried another one of the fuses, like one here that wasn't in. I tried that one, and it actually didn't come on until I turned the car on. So, and the motor was running. So anyways, that's all you got to do. 12 volt fan. And like I said, it was really hot today. Now on days when it's like maybe like 70 degrees, I can't guarantee you this will completely fix it. If it's like 90 degrees or 100 degrees out and you've got your windows down and all of that, because obviously, you know, it's got an overheating problem. So when it's really hot like this, what I do extra is I actually I just run the air conditioner down to the floor. If it's up like past 85 degrees, like on a day like this when it's really hot, when I'm driving, I just run the air conditioner down on the floor, turn it up on high, and then that gives it more airflow to get up inside there, and like the whole way back, no issue. And that was the thing, on days when it was even like 60 to 70 degrees, I would be having this issue every time I would drive it. Within, you know, after I, you know, was driving for like 30 minutes. And now since I put the fan in there, and if it's a cooler day, like I said, if it's a cooler day, like anywhere from just below like maybe 75 degrees, I've ran it without the air conditioner at all for like an hour and I didn't have an issue. So, you know, the ambient temperature is still going to mess with it, because obviously you can still overheat even with the fan if it's really hot outside. But for the most part, general, this only cost me $15. So $15 and to blow the air conditioner down to the floor versus, you know, spending that $1,000. I guess if you got the money you can do that, but I just didn't really want to go through the hassle of doing it. And you know, and I think unfortunately Volvo, they kind of knew about this issue obviously, because a lot of people were having this problem, and then I think in 2005 they finally fixed it. So I don't believe the Volvos after 2005 have the same issue. They might have other issues, I don't really know, but I believe they finally fixed it so the sim doesn't do the same thing, because they put heat sinks on it and just whatever it needed. It's just a manufacturing defect. So don't want to make the video too long, but that's what you can do to fix your Volvo if you're having that issue. And it worked fine for me, and all I used was tie wraps. I just used like 2 tie wraps and just tie wrapped it around a metal bar that I found up in there. So worked out great. Alright, thanks for watching. Subscribe.